Hey girl, give yourself a huge round of applause. Yay, you already got through checklist number 1, checklist number 2. And now we're on to checklist number 3. And you should have received this already either via, email or on the snail mail, on email or through snail mail. And on here, challenge number 4 talks about watching the training video for the national area challenge that we have going all the time, which is the Perfect Number Challenge. And so before I get started though, I want to just ask you, how are you doing on this fabulous Start Something Beautiful magazine? How are you doing? Are you reading through here? I hope that you are, because this is your Bible in Mary Kay. It truly is. I'll tell you, 25 years ago when I got started, we had what was called a consultant's guide. And it was not nearly like this. It was just black and white, and it was just, lots and lots of words. I wasn't a big reader back then, and it didn't really appeal to me too much. This is incredible, and this absolutely will tell you everything that you need to know and do. And honestly, what I love about it is that it has lots of the stories like this in there. So while you're learning, you're getting inspired. So by women's stories and things like that. So you're not only getting education, but weaved in and out of the education of how to get started, how to hold parties, how to, figure out, your inventory and things like that. You're also getting inspired and excited about your journey based on what other people have experienced. So I hope that you're continuing to work through this. Just sit it by your nightstand or something and just read a few pages a day and get through that, because a lot of the information that I may not give you on these videos will be in through here as well. So while you're doing that, by now you've probably, you've gotten set up. You've ordered your inventory, you've done your first order, you're probably even getting ready to place your next order, I'm not sure. You've watched the video on team building and all of that and the benefits of getting that going. So hopefully you're working on your Pearls of Sharing by now. But I also wanted to introduce to you this program, which is called the Perfect Number. And it's a program that our whole national area does, not just my unit, but Sue Usable, our national sales director, she recognizes this program and in our national area, so you can get national area attention when you complete one of this perfect 3, 6, 10, or 15. And it's just, and it's also something that I reward, and I think it's a great habit to get into. And let me tell you what it is, and then I'll tell you what I love about it, okay? So what it is, it looks like this. And you should have one of these in the packet that I sent to you. And there's also a way to download these on the website as well, so that you can make more for each month, because you need a new one every month. But what it's based on is 3 parties a month, 6 parties a month, 10 parties a month, or 15 parties a month. 3, 6, 10, or 15. And so you can complete one of those, you choose, and you start working towards that. I will tell you that if you don't have a goal, nothing will happen. Nothing's gonna happen in your business if you just take what kind of comes your way. You really have to set that time aside, whether it's once or twice a week or a little bit every day, to work on getting appointments on your books and coaching those appointments, and then actually holding the appointments. And if you don't do that, nothing's going to happen. So this gives you an opportunity to choose what level of activity would you like to do. Would you like to insert 3 parties a month? That's like less than 1 a week. You could do those all in 1 week. You could, and then not work the rest of the month. You could do 3 weeks out of. It's totally up to you. 6 parties is like 1.5 a week. So it just depends on how many you want to do. But what this is based on is it's saying a party, which is based on 5 people at the party. Now we know that not everything that we do is parties. We're gonna always be working towards parties. You're booking facials, and then you're trying to, incentivize them to bring a few guests so that it will count as a party, right? And we're always working to coach it up to at least 5 plus the hostess, which would be 6 people. But you know what? They don't always turn out that way. But what this is based on is 3 parties or 15 faces. So it's whatever equals 15 faces. So that could be, 2 parties and then a double facial, 2 parties of 5, and then a double facial, and then a few facials throughout the month. It just depends, but it equals 15 faces. The perfect 3 equals 15 faces. So it says right there, 3 parties or 15 faces, 3 interviews. So you're sharing the business with everybody at your appointments, but you're actually interviewing and getting together and having someone listen to marketing information and overcoming their objections with at least 3 people, 3 of those 15, and then you're placing a 300 wholesale order. So when you do these 3 things, you are a perfect 3 achiever, okay? And when you are a perfect 3 achiever, you get national area recognition on our newsletters, on our calls and our live Facebooks and things like that. And you're gonna build a strong customer base gradually that will grow over time and produce hundreds and thousands of dollars in reorders as you continue to work this consistently, seeing 15 faces. Now, if you want to earn a free car or become a sales director, you want to boost your number up to the perfect 6. And the perfect 6 is 30 faces. It's 6 parties or 30 faces, whatever that equates to, 6 interviews, face-to-face, eye-to-eye, knee-to-knee interviews, talking to people, and 600 wholesale. So you can choose the perfect 6. And like I said, a perfect 3 is not going to get you in a free car, but it is going to build a really strong, steady customer base. And but if you want to earn a free car or move up the career path into the directorship position, you want to think about at least 30 faces. Then if you want to do it really quick, you're going to boost that up to 10 parties, which would be the 50 faces, a total of 50 faces, 10 interviews, and 1,000 wholesale, okay? And if you're saying, I want to be a 1-month wonder, I want to get in, I want to, just work like crazy and move into that directorship position within 1 to 2 months, you want to do the perfect 15. That's 75 faces, 15 nose to nose, eye to eye, knee to knee interviews, and 1,500 wholesale. And that will get you lickety split into anywhere you want to go on the career path. So that is what this program is. When you do Perfect 3, you get national area recognition. When you do Perfect 6, you get invited to have lunch with me, and you pick the place and I pay, and we talk about what your next step is going to be, how those faces went, and we start working together closely when you're doing 30 faces consistently. And then when you do the perfect 10, I take you to lunch and you get a pedicure. And when you do the 15 parties, then I take you to lunch, you get a pedicure, and we do a little shopping, okay? So that is a big, exciting, we call that a director day, where you just get to spend the day with me and we go out and just have fun, because we are going to be doing a lot of life together. And so we're getting to know each other, because there's no question you're going to be a top achiever, not only a sales director, but a top director. So it just depends on what you want to achieve. But I'm going to tell you that every month I hope that you will pick one of these. Pick one, because you can say 30 faces, and worst case scenario, you'll hit 15. you know, whatever you want to do, but you need to have a goal. You need to have something that you're striving towards and that you're reaching for. And every month, this is it. You're going to hear us talk about it over and over and over and over and over and over again, because it's working full circle. It's sharing the products, it's sharing the business, it's following up with people, it's booking, selling, and team building. And so it's everything, it's all that you need to do to take advantage of all the avenues of income in your business. And what I love about it is that you get to decide that it's you know, no matter what it is you want to do with your business, if you're wanting to make any money at all with your business, the best thing to do is to pick one of these tracks, and you get to run on your own track. You create your own success. And that's what I love about it, because this is a business where you get to decide. You decide how much you want to make and what you want to do with that money, and also how much time and effort you want to put into your business. So I hope that you will just print this off, use this as your first month. Any faces that you've already done, go ahead and add them in. This is on a calendar month though, so just keep that in mind. So, you know, if you got started, you know, say in the middle of October, you may only do 15 faces. You may say, well, I'm going to really work hard and finish up 15 faces the rest of October. And then come November, then I'll reach for the perfect 6. And that's totally okay too. But this goes by the calendar month. So no matter when you get started, if you're a brand new consultant, you might get started a little bit later in the month and not have enough time to do some of the bigger numbers, but you can do something and you can work towards the 15 and then begin again and start with a new sheet every single month. Okay, I hope we're having lunch together very soon.